What up, Dokkaners? You guys might have noticed a lot of videos have dropped on the channel since the start of the GDC Part EX. Amidst all of the chaos surrounding the high difficulty events, the very bad banner, and the incredibly powerful LR that has come from all of this, I wanted to take some time to talk about a couple of events that you guys want to make sure you stay on top of for the duration of this celebration and beyond. So today's video is going to be about the Mr. Popo event and the newly revamped Pan Secret Adventure. Mr. Popo event is probably all the way down here. This event was down for like a day and a half, and I'll just tell you, as a link leveling fiend, it was very weird not having this event for just like a day and a half. It was very strange. I know some of you hardcore link levelers will feel the same. But anyway, this event is back because they have now updated the inventory yet again for a third time. Now, I don't know if the deadline for the redeeming of the first two parts has changed. According to DokkanInfo.com, it has not. So if you have not yet farmed out all of the inventory necessary for the first two parts, the good news is that now they've added another category to increase the bonus drop rate, so you can even more so farm out the item from this, the proof of mastery, and you can more rapidly earn the necessary currency. So we're going to start with this, and then we'll discuss the Pan event. The Pan event has also been revamped, improved. It is now also a link leveling treasure trove. But let's start with the Mr. Popo event. So as you guys know, the Mr. Popo event is a link leveling stage as well as an EX orb cash cow. This is also a place where you can get some stones. You can get other great items with the help of the currency that comes from it. So you definitely want to be running through this event with whatever spare stamina you have. I've done several videos breaking down the cost of all of this, but I am going to quickly do one run on this to try to see the absolute most. Actually, you know what? Let me first do my typical link level team. This is my typical link level team. So the drop rate is abysmal because a couple of characters barely meet the criteria for categories, because I'm working on SSRs, like Z Awakened SR characters. These guys are not going to be giving us a whole lot in terms of enhanced drop rates. I think it's like a total of 20-30%. This is not something that most of you will be doing. This is only for like the hardcore Dokkan players. But after we clear this stage with this team once, we get our links. And let's see what we got for our drop rate. I got 5 of these proofs of mastery. Okay, so now let's try running the optimized team. So Hybrid Saiyans and Battle of Fate. So let's combine both. And if you can bring any units that are LRs that fit both of these categories, that's what you want to bring. And oh my God. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring all of these. What is our drop rate now? 390%, because each character is an LR. So it's the highest difficult, or the highest rarity, which means the highest drop rate, and it's got both categories. So if we bring a friendly that is also STR Beast Gohan, look at our drop rate now. 420%. On top of that, add an Oolong or the Krillin in 18 or the Bulla Vegeta at any one of these support memories. And now we're going to run through this again. The link leveling part is not going to factor in, but the rest of it is. Light work, no reaction. Look at this. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11. So we got 11 versus 5. I think we got a good roll on the first one, but we got a pretty poor roll on this one. But we effectively doubled the output on just an average run. So just imagine that, but multiplied by 10, 20, 30, however many times you do this. So it is in your best interest to farm out as much of this as you possibly can. I'm going to go through the math once again as to how much you need for this third batch, and then also review the first two. So let's go ahead and go back here. So on the DokkanInfo.com page, it shows the deadline for each batch. So you'll have to check your own game if you have not yet bought everything. But it shows here that the Dragon Stones are available until the 18th. The Dragon Stones and all of this stuff, the first batch that released basically during part 1. And then the second batch, which released at the beginning of August, I believe, which is down here, where you got those rainbow tickets. These are also available until the 18th, I believe, at the same time. Is that right? 8 a.m. Yes, 8 a.m. for this second half. Okay. And then this also is where you can buy the reels infinitely. And then the latest batch is here, which is available from now, from GDC Part EX, all the way until the end of the month. So don't get this confused with the first two batches, because I don't believe it is the same. So do keep in mind that some of these things are going to be going away. I don't think any of you would have probably left those rainbow tickets or the 20 dragon stones on the table. But for any of you who may not have necessarily paid attention, or maybe were considering just throwing this, blowing this off until the end, do keep in mind that these 2 badges are going to be going away 11 days before this, if the Dokkan Info page is to be believed. So better to be safe than sorry. Farm it out, all of it, as soon as possible. This latest batch only has some Sleepy Kais, 1 full set of skill orbs for the LR Super Easy AGL Goten Trunks. Please go check out the showcase for that unit, because the unit is an absolute monster. The hardest hitting LR in the game, if you can believe that. It is absolutely insane what that unit can do in peak conditions. We've also got some Hourglass medals, and we've got some more Kai medals. So with all of this, I have done the breakdown once again. So to review, 20 Dragon Stones available in the first batch, 4 Elder Kais in the first batch, physical Vegito Blue orbs, AGL Goku Rose orbs. It contains all of the various skill orbs that you can get. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. It is worthwhile buying every single version of the skill orb. Let's say a character is full additional material. You don't need any critical, you don't need any dodge. You might not necessarily feel like you want to buy those dodge skill orbs. The reason why you should still do it is because there are events out there in the future that will call for some of these characters to function in different sort of ways. Case in point, Million Arena. It's not a great event, but it is one such example where certain characters were called upon to be used in different ways, meaning they needed different skill orbs. So if they are able to get different skill orbs that specialize in that specific character, the amount of upgrade you could get in those various ways would be more substantial, which is why TLDR, get every unique equip you can for every character, which is why 270 is the full cost for the Vegito, 270 for the Rose, 270 for the Fusion Zamasu. All of the extra stuff is in non-colored text. So I've broken it down with each batch. The total costs almost 4,000 of those Mark of Masteries. You only need 1,200, a little over 1,200 to cover all of the important stuff. On to the second batch, the 10 rainbow tickets. I don't think anybody at this point would have forgotten about this, but if you did, 100 of those Marks of Masteries is what it's going to cost to get these 10. You need these 10 to get one final 10 unit multi, or to do the focused 44% single. Just check out one of my videos where I talk about the debate between the two. You might want to see my summons. 2 more Elder Kais can be purchased. Again, more EX equips for specific characters. Super Saiyan 4 Gojitas, full set. LR Trunks and Vegetas, full set. STR Omega Shenron. Oops, this is not supposed to be purple. This is supposed to be red because it's STR. Full set. Hourglass medals, Kai medals, film reels. You don't necessarily care about these. So the total is about 1,700, almost 1,800. In total, the important stuff would cost you a little over 1,000. And then we come to the final batch right here. The most important thing, honestly, I'm going to change the color of this one just to regular. I think the most important thing is going to be the unique equips for the Super Easy LR Goten Trunks. After that, you could argue that this one is important. Each Sleepy Kai is a 30% chance for a super attack boost, which in all honesty, with 20 of them, that does significantly boost potentially some super attacks. So I would say that this is important, but some would argue not. So it's really up to you. I'm going to go ahead for the sake of this, just say it's not. More Hourglass medals, more Kai medals. So the total comes to just under 1,000, but the amount that's truly important would be the skill orb set. If you want to add a little bit more, you can. 400, it's up to you. So all in all, the entire shop, as far as how much you need to buy the entire thing, you need 6,660 of those Marks of Mastery. For all of the important stuff, you need over 2,500 of the Marks of Mastery. Over the course of the last month and a half, you guys have been able to hopefully farm out a bunch of this. And now with the added category bonus drop, Hybrid Saiyans, you can now cross-pollinate between Battle of Fate and Hybrid Saiyans, as you saw, and you can get double the drop rates, double the bonuses and all that stuff, and it will make your grind so much easier. So that being said, before we move on to the Pan event, let me just quickly... Nope, wrong one. Let's go into the treasure shop and let's go ahead and buy everything out. I've been link leveling like crazy, so I've got well over the amount necessary, 74,000. So I'm going to go ahead and buy all of these. They're done. I'm going to buy the stat boosters, the bronze ones. I'm going to buy the silver ones, and I'm going to buy the gold ones. All of these. Oh, wait. Oops. There we go. And then we got all of these. All right. And then that's it. The rest of these are infinite. So I barely put a dent in my Mark of Mastery total, but that is all that we need. So now I'm going to quickly apply these skill orbs to the Goten and Trunks. Didn't like some of them, but I did give the level 8 attack boost, and this is what we got. So now that we've bought out the shop for the Mr. Popo event, let's go ahead and check out the Pan event. The Pan event is available once per week. They have revamped the event. They have overhauled it. It is now a singular stage that costs 40 stamina. It used to cost 100 on the second level, and it used to cost 80 on the first level. So now they have overhauled this, and they are now allowing you to pick up dragon ores, which can be redeemed for dragon stones. So if you don't care about links, if you don't care about anything else, that alone should incentivize you to do this once per week. So make sure you guys stay on top of this. And let's go ahead and run through this ourselves. Before we do so, let's take a look at a couple of things about the event. So now they have changed the overall rewards that you get from it. XP gains, crazy. So rank XP, this is for newer players. If you guys are looking to try to get your rank higher, to refresh your stamina or whatever, this is going to be a great asset for you once per week. So that's why they're going crazy with it. 777,777 XP. Also, you are getting 77,777 Zenny. And then the link level rate, if you notice here, this is a very good link level rate, because if you compare this to the Mr. Popo event, it is almost double what the Mr. Popo event is offering, and it is almost double what the Roshi event gives you on a limited basis on a daily basis. So what does this mean for your link leveling rates? So once again, we go back to this set of crazy numbers. In a nutshell, how link leveling works, there is a standardized table of probabilities. Anytime you are taking different units or whatever into an event, you multiply that stage's link level rate with this standardized table. So for example, a quest mode 35-6 will give you a spread of something like this: 28% for a level 1 to a level 2, 3% for a level 6 to a level 7, 1.1% for a level 9 to a level 10. This is not a 100% exact science, but this is like the closest we can get to generalize how it all works. So with that in mind, the link level rate for this quest mode stage is 3.56. The training in the clouds is a 7. So this is the spread. A level 9 to a level 10 is a 2.1%, which is a big improvement from a 1.1. Yeah, it's very small numbers, but when you compound this by a couple hundred, couple thousand, depending on how much you do it, this makes a tremendous difference. It makes your less likely links more likely, and that's the most important thing. So when we go down here to the B Pan event with a 13.5 link level rate, a level 1 to a level 2, guaranteed. Level 2 to level 3, over half. Level 3 to a level 4, almost half. So on and so forth, down to a level 9 to a level 10 being basically twice as good as the training in the clouds. Now, does this mean that you are guaranteed to get links? Obviously not, based on this. But you should still try to bring your least likely links into the event, because you are giving your least likely links the best possible chance for success. So most of the time, you probably will end up not getting anything, which stinks. But remember, you gave yourself the best chance to do it. I don't think people should be going in for the gratification, the instant gratification of just getting a couple of links to proc, because a level 2 to a level 3 can happen anywhere. A level 2 to a level 3 is much lower in some of these stages, but it's still much more easy to accomplish over 20, 30 runs than a level 9 to a level 10. So that being said, we're going to jump into this with my current link leveling team. I have not done this event yet at all, so we're going to be trying this for the first time. 40 stamina, so let's go ahead and do it. My current link leveling team is actually a bunch of SRs, so let's see if this even works out. Normally, these link leveling events are fairly nice to me. You know what? We're not going to... Well, no. You know what? I'll bring a Whis... Or, no, I'll just bring a Ghost Esther if we survive. Okay, let me bring a Bulma just in case. I just do this as a precaution. I think we'll be fine.
All right.
But let's see what happens. If we die, that would be very funny. But you know what? I'd rather I find out the hard way than you. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay. Layout looks exactly the same. Dialogue is exactly the same. The enemy is exactly the same. If I remember correctly, she was invincible before, so I don't think she can actually be killed. And she's not attacking you. Oh, she never attacked you, did she? Okay, so I think we're good. I don't think we have to worry about... actually, like, doing anything. Charges remain 3-0, so yeah, it's just a one-turn thing. We did nothing. We did nothing. And we did nothing. Sorry, guys. Bye. All right. We got a bunch of XP. We got a 4 to a 5. We got a 9 to a 10 and a 7 to an 8. What else? 7 to an 8. 2 to a 3. 8 to a 9. See what I mean? There we go. So once again, you are getting a lot from this just in terms of links. And then on top of that, whichever route you take, you're going to get some good stuff. So if you go left, you're going to get training items. If you go up, you're going to get Elder Kai's, Supreme Kai's. If you go to the right, you're going to get Zenny. I need Zenny, so I'm going to go to the right. We are getting, is that 1 million? Yep, that is 1 million Zenny per step. Wow. All right, so I just got 4 million Zenny. 4 million on top of these 77,000, so 4.1 million Zenny. Oh, wow, wait, hold on, strike that. I got 8 million Zenny, 8.3 million Zenny. But more importantly, I got 35 of the Dragon Ores. So now I'm done with the event. It won't be back for 7 days. If you go into the Baba Shop, I know some of you might think, Toon, this is so obvious. Why are you telling me all this? Some people just, they need to know. You just go here. You simply click on this. You can redeem whenever you want, however much you want. If you want to stockpile this, you can. There's no limit. If you want to exchange this for other things that are not Dragon Stones, I wouldn't advise it, but you can. You have the option. I'm going to personally choose to just hold on to it and just keep on stockpiling. Every week, I'll be collecting 35. So the more of this I can stockpile, the more I can pay off during the next summon, and I will get a bunch of stuff. Also, there are missions associated with the event, so you also just want to be doing it for the sake of completing those missions. Mission right here, we cleared it once. The mission extends all the way to 10. And by doing this, you get 7 extra Dragon Ores, which basically constitutes 1 Dragon Stone. So we are getting up to 10 Dragon Stones from the mission. So there you go. These 2 events are incredibly important. Stay on top of it. The Popo event ends at a certain point by the end of the GDC celebration, but the Pan event is here forever. So make sure you guys stay on top of this every 7 days. Never slack off when it comes to this event, because this event is very important. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Leave in the comments your thoughts on these 2 events. What are your opinions on the link level boosted nature of these 2 events? Do you guys appreciate all the efforts that they're pushing with the link leveling? What sort of link level teams are you guys working on? Let me know if there's anything else I missed or you want to clarify in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. And you know what? If you're one of those people who has seen every single one of my videos that I posted today, thank you so much for the support. Seriously. It really means a lot that people will still continue to watch these videos, even though I am bombarding their home feeds. Thank you guys so much for keeping me sane, making me feel like I'm actually doing something here. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. And remember to Dokkan responsibly. Bye. I love you.